Welcome to Genoa, Nevada's first settlement, 1851. And you know, I'd never heard of Genoa until today. I've heard of Genoa over in Italy, but never Genoa. And this was the actual first settlement in Nevada back in 1851. And I'm going to take you on a tour. And look at this. I don't know if that's our tour guide, but just kind of deer, just kind of. You know, I've heard why did the chicken cross the road, but you know, why did the deer cross the road? I don't know.
Looking for food.
But looking for food, and the voice you hear is the wonderful Ken. Ken is my host with the most here, and I'm staying with Ken at Boondockers Welcome. And you know what? Maybe a good place to stop and start the tour, the walk and talk part of the tour, would be right here at the Pink House. So let's go to the, it says Pink House parking only, but as the saying goes, it's easier to, I guess, ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. So we're going to park right here, and we're going to try to give you a nice tour of this little town. So let's step out. It's rather windy, so you're going to have to bear with me on the wind. But this is the Pink House. And look at that beautiful, beautiful building. And it looks like they even have, if I just come right over here, they have a little pink birdhouse right there that you can see. So this is a historic landmark built in what, 1855. Well, you look at that. Now this is it's a cheese and, boy, I can't even pronounce that word. Charcuterie. What is? Say hello to everybody there, Ken.
Specializing in cut-to-order cheeses and meats. How about
What charcuterie is what?
I'd have to look it up.
You'd have to look it up, huh? You know what? My dad used to say that is a 50-cent word.
Yeah, no kidding.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, it's a good
charcuterie.
one.
Okay.
So they had quite a festival here recently, and they had a band playing here on the patio.
Look at that. Very, very nice.
They
And look
had
at the
Sierra Sweethearts playing here recently.
Sierra Sweethearts. Look at the roof.
Oh, yeah, what a beautiful.
Boy, that roof is just gorgeous. The pattern on that roof is just really, really wonderful.
Look at all the gingerbread stuff on the front up there.
Huh?
And on the side. See all the scroll work or trim work?
Yeah. Wow, that's just beautiful.
Look at the lamp through the window.
Uh-huh. Are they open?
I don't know. Silly.
And look at the, if you go up the tree, look at the tree here. So they've got some bird houses up here in the tree. Wow, this is just really, really wonderful. Let's go see if we can step inside. Do a nice little quick visit to this historic landmark, 1855. Can you believe that? The property has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places by the United States Department of the Interior. Wow. Will you look at this? Welcome. Please visit our mercantile. Look at some of the portraits in here. Is that something? Keep a nice shot away from the glare. Very nice. What a beautiful spot. Now, where you can see all this charcuterie. Just lots of no shortage of history here. Look at this. Very nice. Over here, this is where you get your
normally order
charcuterie.
Look at all the cheeses.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. This is all local cheese?
Oh no, all over.
No?
All over the world.
Yeah. Not many local creameries anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go out and somewhere, look at the staircase here. That's something. Now your favorite spot you were telling me is the saloon.
Oh yeah, we can.
That's
we'll
where
go over
you
there.
said that your wife's got to drag you out of there every
Oh,
now and
no,
then on a
no.
Friday or Saturday
No,
night?
no.
Huh?
You
No?
know, people are gonna laugh. My limit's like one beer, and I've had it.
Your limit is one beer, huh? Well, you had one beer at
I
dinner.
had one beer at dinner, and that's fine.
Okay.
That's good enough.
So let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go see the. So when we walk into that saloon, it's the oldest saloon here in Nevada.
Yeah, 1853.
When we walk in there, people aren't going to go Ken.
Oh no. We can.
Like they would yell Norm.
No.
You know, in Cheers.
No.
They're not going to yell Ken,
No
huh?
way. Rumor has it
Uh-huh.
that the nude up behind the bar.
The
to the
nude
left,
up behind
there's
the
a
bar.
Picture
Uh-huh.
is a neighbor on our street.
No kidding.
On Arlene Murray.
No, while we do this walk, and hopefully the wind won't pick up too much. But what's the story about the famous hanging?
Oh gosh, there was a guy over in Gardnerville that was accused of. I forget what the offense was exactly, but they arrested him, brought him over to the courthouse
Uh huh.
and the jail over here. And,
Way back when.
Way back when? Well, it was 1896.
Okay.
1897, I guess it was. And people took affairs into their own.
Right.
Came over and they pulled him out of jail. They knocked on the door and said they had a prisoner to deliver
Uh huh.
from Gardnerville. The sheriff over here, constable, opened the door and he saw 10 guys with guns in his face.
Wow.
So he went along with the program.
Uh-huh.
Right, it's right down to the side here, down the side.
Let's walk
here.
over to the park as you continue telling the story.
And so they dragged him out of there and they took him down Genoa Lane quite a ways.
Uh huh.
And there's a hangman's tree down there. In 1897, they hung this guy.
No kidding.
And it made national news. It was a kind of a bad happening for Genoa. In fact, so much so that apparently they wanted to rename the county and blend it in with Carson City's county at the time
Wow.
because it was such an ugly affair.
Wow.
And
No, go ahead.
And it was such a bad event that they cut the limb off the tree.
No
they didn't
kidding.
even want to remember that the hanging took place.
No kidding.
So,
This is a as we turn here, National Historic Trails,
Oh,
the
okay.
Mormon Station.
Mormon
This is
Station.
the historic state monument.
it's a state park.
This is the state park right here. Now the Mormons first settled this place?
Yes. Yeah, they did, and it worked pretty well for about 5 years, 7 years, and then the headquarters in Salt Lake City, they decided to pull back the Mormons from this community. They decided it wasn't such an important
Outpost or
outpost in general.
let's take
And
a
it gave them a lot of grief trying to support it, and so they gave up.
look at this.
During the day, the gates are open and they have some historic equipment here. This is a little museum. They have ranger talks here and they're very interesting. The fellow that does it is very good, Chris.
And this is the original
Well, it's a rebuild.
It's a rebuild.
of what the original Mormon outpost looked like.
I see.
It was an important enterprise because it had the stockade. It looks like a fort. People often think it's a fort, but it's not. It was mainly for livestock.
I see.
It was for trading stock. When people came through here,
Uh-huh.
they would buy and sell livestock.
Wow.
So that's what it was all about. It wasn't a fort per se.
Now here they have some pioneer sayings, pioneer remedies. Going to see the elephant on the California Trail. The elephant was a metaphor for the exotic sights that travelers expected to see once they reached California.
Seeing the elephant. Yes.
Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. During the 1800s, beds were made very differently than today. Strings were strung across wooden frame, allowing an area for a mattress to be placed. The tighter the strings, the more comfortable the bed. Early mattresses were made of straw and feathers. Bugs ended up living in these mattresses, resulting in bug bites and sleepless nights. Although our beds today are usually bug-free, the saying remains. And it just goes on with a whole bunch of stuff. The stogie. Today, cigars are sometimes referred to as stogies. As the pioneers traveled west, Conestoga wagon drivers frequently smoked cigars. They thought that the cigar would act as a filter and keep the dust out of their throats. So many wagon drivers smoked cigars that they eventually became known as the Conestogas or Stogies, named for short. So they got, I could sit here and read all this stuff, but they've got pioneer remedies for baldness. Smear your head with fresh cow manure. And cuts, pack the cut with axle grease, put some cow dung in the water and bring it to a boil, gargle the water three times a day.
That'll cure anything.
Oh my goodness. All right.
On the other side of this,
Uh-huh.
There's so much history here. This was a Pony Express stop. People are fascinated by the Pony Express.
Look at that.
The Pony Express only went for about a year and a half or so,
Uh-huh.
for my memory. I've been to the museum in St. Joe, Missouri.
Yes.
But in any event, this was stop number 197, I think it was.
Wow.
And down the road, down Foothill Road, was Van Sickle Station, which is a big livery station.
Livery, uh-huh.
And it was 196. Down past our home and around the corner in Woodford's was another Pony Express stop. But it didn't last very long because they rerouted. Across the way, back here, the brick building.
Yes. That's the courthouse.
That's the courthouse, and that's where the jail was.
Okay.
When they did the hanging, that's where they extracted the prisoner and said, "You're coming with us."
Wow.
Antique.
Do you come down here very often? You
We
live
do.
15, 20 minutes
No,
from
just
here?
10 minutes down the road, right down straight ahead. We do. There's different events that go on here. Oh, there's so much to tell you. Each fall they have what's called a candy dance festival here.
The candy dance.
And this year, 2019, the beginning was in 1919. This is the 100-year anniversary. What's it all about? Well, way back when, in 1919, they put street lamps and electrified their street lamps in 1919.
Wow.
Early.
Uh-huh.
They had to pay for them, and they had to pay for the electricity for the year in years after that. So they held a huge affair where they had a dance, and the women in town made candy and handed out candy at the dance.
So they'd have the candy dance.
So today it draws, I don't know, is it 10 or 15,000 people?
Really?
Yeah, this whole thing is closed, and they have 3 parking lots: north parking lot, east parking lot, south parking lot.
To the candy dance.
Yeah, and they have shuttles that come in, and this whole main street, this whole center area here, is jammed with booths, craft fair, and
If there were ever a reason for Skip Smith to come and visit,
it's unbelievable.
it'd probably be the candy dance.
It's unbelievable how big it is.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people stay away just because it's so huge. Masonic Lodge right here goes back to 1868 and still in use today. by the way.
1868. Wow.
This building to the right's not so old, but that's the realtor that was the selling realtor for the folks that
Uh-huh.
were selling our home that we bought.
Look at this.
Look at the antique place here.
That's something.
Old mine cars, war cars. Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Wow. And then just across the street you have the general store.
Yeah,
Right.
It's a deli and store. Make good sandwiches. Also have a bar in there too. They try to compete with the Genoa bar. Good luck with that.
Look at that. Genoa country store, gifts and groceries.
Yeah.
What a nice little treat this is for me to come and visit this.
Yeah, it's not very big, but it's a cute little town.
Sure. And this is a rather affluent area
Yeah, it is. This
to
is,
live out here.
The homes around here are pretty high priced.
Here you have the dancing deer. Jewelry, gifts, and souvenirs. Maybe that deer that we saw crossing the street was the owner of this little gift shop here and on their way home. But look at this. Here's your politically incorrect Indian.
Wooden Indian.
Wooden Indian, sure. Over here you got your kids' free little library.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Now here is the main attraction, right?
Main attraction.
The main attraction, Nevada's oldest saloon. Nevada's oldest thirsty
It's a thirst parlor.
thirst parlor. That's what they call it. The oldest thirst parlor. Look at this place.
Yeah, it was started in 1853, and I don't think janitorial's been in since.
Uh-huh. Wow.
It's got original cobwebs, you know.
Look at this place.
This is a huge attraction. This place. You ought to see this place on Disney.
They have live
weekends.
music in here? What is this here?
I don't know what it is. It's like a still
Mr. Moonshine.
Mr. Moonshine. But
Boy, I think that Paula down in New Orleans, the Big Easy, I think she's got one of these. If I'm not mistaken. Paula down there in the Big Easy. This looks just like the one that you sent me a picture of out in your backyard. Mr. Moonshine.
I love this. It says no horses allowed above the thing.
Huh?
Actually, somebody rode in on a horse one time, demanded service back in the 1800s.
No
Rode right
horses
up to the-
allowed. Look at that. Overland Stage. Van Sickle Station, Adams, Edgewood, Carson City, Virginia City, Hangtown. Wow. Oh, Genoa Bar. In 1863, Al Livingston built this building and called it Livingston's Exchange. In 1884, Frank Brenner bought it and renewed it. This place.
And it's just, and it's the same thing you're talking about.
Crazy place.
People want their pictures,
No, I'm not. Really something else.
but it's cool.
What a what a place. Now there were no shortage of folks up on the bar, but I'm not gonna take their picture. But look out here, you got the out here you have the outhouse. Here's your outhouse.
You know what I didn't mention too is on the corner over there at Mormon Station Park is the statue of Snowshoe Thompson.
Yeah.
I don't know whether folks have heard of Snowshoe Thompson, but before Pony Express, mail was difficult to move back and forth across the mountains. So from Placerville over to Carson Valley, Snowshoe Thompson, who was a Norwegian, skied. He had about 11 or 12 foot skis
Yeah.
that he made himself, and he carried 40-pound sacks of mail
No kidding.
and came over the Sierra. He was one tough son of a bitch to be going back and forth. I think he did, what was it?
Snowshoe Johnson.
Thompson.
Thompson.
Yeah. Yeah, but his statue's over on the corner over there. Yeah, he
Wow.
was a tough guy. He did, I don't know, I think it was 2 or 3 trips a month back and forth. Maybe more than that.
And this is it. This is the town.
There's the town
Right here.
hall.
There's the town hall and
Here comes our guide down here. Here comes the deer.
oh.
Says, I think I'll go check out what's happening over here.
There's the dancing deer right there. Look at that. Uh-huh. No shortage of deer around here. Look at that.
Look at the trot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dog. Dog said, get out of here. Deer was happy until he heard that dog.
Yeah. Look at that little bug. Isn't that a nice little car?
Yep. It's always there, too.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here all the time. So I don't know who owns it.
Uh-huh. It's a nice little car. So let's
There's the snowshoe.
the sprinklers
statue.
are on. I don't know if we
Oh,
can
we can't get to it, I don't think.
just have to get wet.
Well, trying to keep the lawns nice.
Sure.
Man,
Boy,
look
what a nice little place. And you came from the San Francisco Bay Area.
at, yes,
You relocated.
San Carlos it was.
Uh-huh. And
Born
you
in
returned.
Berkeley and got tired of the Bay Area, and so
Did you?
Carson Valley is our home now.
Uh-huh.
No regrets.
No regrets at all. Been here a year and a half.
Yeah, they got sprinklers going.
Yeah, they got sprinklers, but
active.
there is
That's
snowshoe. Well, maybe I can try to get a picture. Whoa, I got sprayed. All right. Let's see here. There you go. Snowshoe Johnson?
Thompson,
Thompson.
T-H-O-M-P.
Snowshoe Thompson. There he is. All right. There you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this tour of Genoa?
Genoa.
Genoa, Nevada. And thank you. You know, I don't even know your last name.
Oh,
Oh,
Struven. S-T-R-U-V-E-N.
Struben, like a Reuben sandwich,
Yeah,
right?
Struven.
Struben.
That's sprinkler. That's a dangerous one right there.
All right, let's go.
Jeez.